My investigation has led me to the conclusion that somebody else is pulling the strings. So we made that deduction in the menu, and we've obviously, look, we've got 3 suspects here, but we don't know who any of them are yet. We're gonna go back and see Stanley. So let's get back to the graveyard. See ya. Hello, my friend. Who the fuck's this? You're not Stanley. The sheriff. This is mighty suspect. Howdy, cowboy. I see you've wandered off the trail. I'm the sheriff in this town. Not many players know about this place, especially newcomers. What brings you here? Distrustful or trusting? Wild West, sheriff. It all added up. I'm not going to tell him about Stanley. I don't trust it. I think... Remember, Stanley went offline because of his supervisor was close, which means he was probably watching. This guy's probably been sent in to find out what's happened to him, or find out who he's talking to. Right. What do you want? I'm doing Stanley a favour. He's a friend of mine. Bullshit. Bullshit. He asked me to talk to you on his behalf, if you don't mind, of course. Before I do, allow me to proceed with the formalities. He straightened up and cleared his throat. As the Sheriff of High Rock, I'd like to officially welcome you to our community. I'm here to help beginners to uphold the law, the game's rules, that is. Welcome, Rancher. Don't greet him. I crossed my arms and looked at him expectantly. This man lifted his outstretched hand and carelessly adjusted his gold star hat. Not only will I answer all of your questions, but you'll receive something else. A welcome package and a pouch of coins for your farm. Cool, ain't it? So he's trying to bribe me. Let's go down to the saloon and talk it over a drink. What do you say? Tell me about this welcome package. Why is it a bribe? What is it? Boosts, vanity items, stuff like that. You'll get it soon, but not here. The graveyard isn't a good place for that sort of gift. Let's go. I might have a job for you that will get you something more than gold coins. GameDEC. Yeah, this guy knows I didn't... Oh, I kind of wish I'd just picked refuse, but I kind of feel like this would have happened anyway. Let's take a walk. Hank, it's good to see you. So how long until you're done? I just logged in. 6 weeks left. Oh, this was the guy that was AFK. Howdy, Ben. How's that achievement going? You got it? Howdy, Sheriff. I'm about to crack the physics behind these bundles. Today's the day, it has to be. Ask about the achievement. What's this achievement you're working on? The Great Pyramid of Bundles. I'll be the first player to get it. There's the saloon. You're blocked from accessing it, but we'll fix that little problem promptly. The sheriff typed a few commands into the game's interface. I saw that I now had access to the saloon. Be my guest. Are you cheating? Wait a second. Wouldn't that be cheating? Oh, it's one of the privileges of being a sheriff. I can grant access to the saloon to anyone I want. Yeah, this is fucking suspect, this. First, let me ask you this. What's your poison? Whiskey? Refuse. I don't trust him. Let's get to the matter at hand. I don't like to talk when I'm thirsty, but have it your way. Where would you like to begin? Mention the GameDEC situation. You called me a GameDEC while we were in the graveyard. Why? Word travels fast. It's quite extraordinary having a GameDEC in High Rock. People get, excited. They're curious why the orange folk hired you. Hell, I'm curious myself, but I respect that your investigation might require secrecy. On the other hand, I could help you. I know everyone here, you see. It is clear. Me being a GameDEC isn't a secret. But who told you? He could have just heard it along with anyone else. Who did you get this information from? Let's say someone noticed a new guy hanging around the public forum asking questions. They texted me. I launched the game and here we are. Do you know who it's going to be? It's going to be that fucking supervisor. I guarantee it. It's a supervisor on the farm noticed this and he's fucking shot me. Now that's a GameDEC in my town. I'd love to offer him a job, if he's interested, that is. I'll get back to the subject later. Let's talk about something else, Sheriff. We'll get back to your offer later. Exactly. I want to know about the Orange Folk. Can you tell me anything about the Orange Folk organisation? What is there to say? They're farmers from a public farm. I was informed they're the reason you're on harvest time. Well, they're kids playing on free moons to pass the time. Just for the hell of it. They have no ambition to own a farm. Are they children? Are the Orange Folk really children? Didn't you know that? Yeah, the kids. What the fuck? That's why I can't figure out why they would hire a GameDEC. Lie to the sheriff. Fine, I won't go into details, but I can share some of my observations with you. I didn't want to tell him the truth, but I had to tread lightly with the lies so he wouldn't get wise to them. I was called here to investigate a case involving false admins. It's a rather delicate matter. A group of players gained access to developer stacks. I had to find out who they are. The sheriff's eyes went wide. Damn, it really is serious. And what did you make of it? What did they use that access for? Right. They delete farm levels on accounts of other players. They duplicate rare items. They collect players' personal data. This could be a good thing to say, because if these people really are running a shady operation, they don't want to be fucking caught, so that means he's going to want to trust me to also have this done. Yeah, they collect players' personal data. They use their admin privileges to collect the personal data of other players. My clients find it concerning. The sheriff looked at me from under his hat. That's what public farm players find concerning. They're on anonymous freemium accounts. Oh shit, yeah. He didn't buy it. Fuck. Yeah, but that's the whole fucking point though, isn't it? They're on anonymous accounts, so they're using these tools to try and get their data by other means. Like, that's how I thought of it in my head, never mind. It's a shame you're not straight with me. I wanted to offer you a job, but now I have my doubts. What was the job? Tell me about this job. I'll listen and decide if I should tell you the truth. The man looked at me sideways. Fine. iRock has a problem with a certain player, the Outlaw. I've been informed that they might be involved in prohibited activities. I reported it to the admins, but the Outlaw keeps coming back with new accounts. I need solid proof to ban them from this world for good. I know you're running an investigation. I think it's connected to the Outlaw. Could you share your observations? We could work together. No, I'm not. Fuck. Refuse, no. Thank you for the offer, Sheriff, but I have things to do. I don't need extra work. Hold on, let me at least give you the welcome package. The Sheriff made several gestures and opened the game's options. Ahem. Welcome to Harvest Time. Please accept this humble gift. Yeehaw! You've received 3 mystery gifts. I can't wait to open them for you. Come to the ranch. You received a gift of 500 coins. Emphasize your irritation. This lady gets on my nerves. Can I turn off these notifications? Ah, I know what you mean, but you'll get used to her. Sadly, you can't turn this sweetheart off. Now that I have the package, I should probably go back to my farm. Thanks for welcoming me to High Rock. Take care, Sheriff. I had to take care of the job from Stanley. Stay out of trouble, have a good one. Sheriff Billy tapped the brim of his hat and left the game. One of the women upstairs beckoned me and pointed at the stairs that ran along the saloon's outer wall. Nees warm si lian. Moglibizmi prosmok stobi noazjem. Sportdashki si sashlunem. That woman, Leanne, must have been listening to our conversation. She wanted me to meet outside the saloon. Oh. Okay, let's have a word with the bartender first. Welcome to High Rock Saloon, can I get you anything? I remembered what Bob Zappa from TMP had told me. I had a chance to contact him through the bartender. I just needed to say the password. Contact Bob Zappa. I looked at the bartender knowingly and whispered, Mrdoshja. The bartender's eyes flashed green. I heard a familiar beep signal and the face of my old friend appeared before my eyes. Hey pal, I'm in a meeting. I can't talk right now. I'll sense you when I'm done. This could take a while. Sure thing later. I wondered if he remembered what he'd promised me. Right, let's go. Tell you what we do have actually. We've got 3 chests. I could actually support the orange folk. Tell you what. Can we do this? We could support the orange folk. Fuck it, they might give us information. Go on then. I'd like to support the orange folk by selling a couple of loot boxes and transferring the profits to their account. Is that possible? Of course, sweetheart. I'll take it all. The money will be transferred to your account in a couple of days after the auction. Excellent. Thanks for the help, Betty. Pleasure's all mine. Right. Right now, let's ask about the Outlaw. I'm looking for information about the Outlaw. I heard the player was here recently. Oh, that new character. Leveled up real quick and hold themselves up somewhere. I'm afraid they might be another fraud. Another fraud? So there were others. We had some trouble with this guy, Black Rook. Black Rook? Oh, that's the hacker. He peddled illegal items and swindled people. Admins banned him at the sheriff's request. It was funny she said that, since it was Betty who took over Black Rook's business, that's right. Make a comment. And now you've taken over his business. That's true, but I'm honest. To my clients, I mean. Betty smiled radiantly. Tell me about the sheriff. What everyone in High Rock does, he's a solid and helpful player. I suppose you don't have an opinion yet. You're still new around here. Expressed doubt. People with good reputations always make me suspicious. And rightly so. It's always best to see for yourself. What do you do in Relium? It's not a secret. I work for the Ministry of Internal Affairs. I organise new holidays. What the fuck? Are you saying that you're at work right now? You're on a couch somewhere in the ministry? That's right, sweetheart. We've got a lot of free time here. Currently we're working on Neighbours Day. What is that? It sounds interesting. We're talking Relium, not some in-game event, right? Yes, Relium needs holidays and events just as much as games do. This event is supposed to counteract the most common cause of depression in free Europe, loneliness. People will go out to parking lots in squares carrying treats, then the host will initiate conversations with simple icebreakers. That sounds fucking hideous. It sounds a bit forced. Do you really expect anyone to be up for something like that? You're wasting the taxpayer money. That's true, sweetheart. My job is silly, but at least I can play Harvest Time between tasks. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, let's go. You asked about that player. I know that Black Rook and the Outlaw were doing shady business together, but you didn't hear that from me. Okay, Black Rook and the Outlaw. Betty winked at me and started arranging her ways. Ah, things are becoming mighty suspicious. Right, where's that woman that fell down the stairs? Well, she didn't fall down the stairs, she walked down the stairs. There she is. The woman looked noble and serious, though she kept looking around as though she were afraid of something. When she noticed me, her face took on an imperious look. You're a GameDEC, aren't you? Let's agree. Not an agreement. Yes, I'm working on a certain case here. I accidentally overheard your conversation with the sheriff, and I think that I might have a simple but lucrative job for you. I'd like you to provide me with intel about the sheriff, who he is, what he does, how many zeros he has in his bank account, and so on. Well, that's fucking suspicious. Anything you can tell me about his life in Relium would be useful. Can I count on your help? Why do you need this info? I'm considering entering into a financial arrangement with this person. I'd like to make sure he's solvent and trustworthy, that's all. Okay then. I'll vet him. Wonderful. Once you acquire this information, please come to the guild house. I'll be waiting for you there. Tell Rusty Ed that you work for me. He'll invite you to the guild. I suddenly felt the air move, as if someone had walked right past me. But nobody was there. I resumed the conversation with Leanne. I'm terribly sorry, I got a bit distracted for a moment. Yes, I noticed. Well, I think that'll be all, unless you have more questions? Have her say something about herself. Can you tell me something about yourself? I sense that you're a strong and interesting person. I'm sure I'm not wrong. Oh, stop it. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a regular Harvest Time player. Well, alright. I'm a big fan. It's been a while since I last played. I was pretty busy in Relium. I finally managed to come back, but to be honest, I'm here on business. What do you know about the sheriff? I heard he's very respected here. Everyone speaks very highly of him. What's your opinion? I don't trust him. My instinct tells me not to trust him. Right? I felt so myself. I'm glad I met you. What do you do in the game? What haven't I been doing? I used to run a prosperous farm. I was on the top leaderboards. Now I'm mostly here for the people. The community is one of a kind. Sadly, you can't trust everyone, which is why I asked for your help. Bye. Goodbye. Right. Rusty Ed. Oh, Bob Zappa. Alright, I managed to get out of that meeting. I'm on my way to the next one. Tell me what this is about. Ask for maximum level. Could you give me the maximum level in Harvest Time? Come on, I can't. I'd lose my job if that got out. Okay. Tell me about the investigation. I'm conducting an investigation in Harvest Time. I need intel on a certain player. Damn it. This kind of data is usually restricted. I can't help you myself, but I'll ask some friends. Who is this about? Ask about the sheriff, the outlaw, and Leanne. They're from High Rock region. Any information would help. Every detail matters here. Sure, I'll ask around. I'll send you as soon as I find anything. Later. Nice one, bro. What a fucking legend. I've just noticed these butterflies here, but they're nothing. Where was Rusty at again? Oh yeah, he was sat on the barrel, wasn't he? I need access to the guild. Wake him up. Oh, I was snoring? Sorry. I know. Thank goodness it's Harvest. There's no snoring here. Unless I've missed some patch. Right, tell me the 3 stories. Right, I need to know about the legendary artifact. Tell me about it. Alright, it was about a decade ago. An event was announced that would last all year. A year. It was said that one of the loot boxes would contain a legend of Harvest Time, the artifact jewel. I can still remember it. It was a house in the game. House of Happiness. It was covered in flowers. It boosted the joy neurotransmitters of whoever was inside of it. Keep listening. Go on, Ed, I'm listening. So there was this player, Ted Godiva, who sold his apartment everything he had to improve his chances. He spent a lot of money on boosts. That's how he got that treasure. The house is still hovering somewhere in the game, in Elysium. He settled here, in harvest time. He became a zonet. He only had enough money to keep his brain alive for a few months. Even while he was dying, he kept smiling. Respond derisively. The story was so lame, I almost bored to death. I didn't actually know what that word meant, but I said it. Ed grew sad. I'm no longer the skilled storyteller I used to be. Oh fuck, I feel bad. Okay, now you've listened to my story, I can answer your questions. Tell me another one. I've got one more. Where do I start, you know? We're not all up and about in here. We're not waving our arms around. Our bodies lie still on couches, mine at my place, yours at your place. And sometimes it's all about speed here, especially with duels. But I mean your neuronal speed, not bodily. If you want to be sheriff, you must beat the previous one. You must be faster, more precise. Let's chime in. In situations like this, it's also important how you handle your emotions. A hothead will lose, the one who starts sweating, fidgeting, whose heart is pounding so hard it makes their hands shake. Those with more experience win. It's as simple as that. Whoa, you're a real hellraiser, so listen, you'll like this. The guy was good, everyone could see it, but I noticed something. He would enter the game for up to 3 hours, maybe 4. It was always like that, but once he lingered playing poker, it was 6 hours, 7, and guess what? The guy was staggering, dropping off. I noticed his fragile brain, quick but easily fatigued. It was his vulnerability. Next time I played him myself, I kept letting him win. I challenged him to a sunset duel after he had spent 12 hours here. He couldn't turn it down. That's the rule. He was good, but I could see in his eyes that he had already lost. His eyelids were twitching from the adrenaline rush. Time to go on. I'm guessing this isn't over, go on. So he wouldn't give up without a fight. He knew that he would insult me. Don't get me wrong, he was a good guy. He knew I discovered his weakness. Maybe if he had money he could have paid to get his neurons enhanced. Maybe that's what the poker was for. I never saw him again in here. Maybe he had a breakdown. Was he fed up with his quick fatigue? That bothered me a bit. Anyway, I was the sheriff here for a full month before I lost the duel, but I've never forgotten that guy. He had a nice vintage nick. Kill them all. Oh, it was kill them all. Okay, we've met him. I know him. We've met many times. I've even invited him to my show once. Really? Hot damn. Well, I'm glad he's still holding up. Alright, I suspect you want to ask me questions now. Yes, I want to be in the guild. Sure, you've listened to my stories and you're not a member for any other guild. Wait a minute. There. Welcome to Rusty Ed's guild. Make sure to read the terms and conditions. It's just one sentence. Be nice. Yeehaw! You're now a member of Rusty Ed's guild. Thus you get access to the guild house where you'll find tons of attractions. Available from level 15. Don't worry about the levels, my guild runs on principles from 20 years ago when there was no such limitation. The house is open. I've always liked to see things come and go, that's the appeal of old games. Ask about Sheriff Billy. Do you know the Billy guy? He's been nagging me lately, asking me to admit him to the guild, him and those 2 loyal cowboys of his. You know that cowboy Ack and Mad Dog? Well, I've never met Mad Dog, although the latter doesn't come here often. But I refuse every time they ask. I don't trust them. But keep that to yourself. What about Leanne? I do know her from way back, but I can't tell you anything because it's not polite to gossip at all. Insist. I'm conducting an investigation here. Trying to help other players. I just want to know who she is. I need that information. Well, if you're helping others, Leanna is the new character of a friend of mine. She came back to harvest time after a lengthy hiatus. Heads the Nanette Foundation in Relium. It's an organisation that protects children. She's a good, honest person. That's all I can say. Okay. So she runs a child's foundation. Oh shit. Well, if it's true what the sheriff said, he said that orange people were children. Don't tell me the foundation that she owns fucking sells children to slave labour. Oh, Jesus, this could get intense. He's going to take a nap. I suddenly felt a strange presence a few steps away from me. Observe it secretly. I noticed some movement out of the corner of my eye. The air was shimmering the way it does on hot days. It looked like a shadow generated by the game's engine. A shadow of a human. It could have been a bug or an invisible player. As a game deck, I couldn't ignore these kinds of phenomena. I went back to Ed. Ed was sleeping like a log. Can we see it in the world, Bob Zapper? Hi, I'm in a meeting, but I want to the bathroom and I'm sensing you from a stall. Cool, huh? What have you found? You didn't have to tell me that. Anyway, got anything? Well, a friend from customer service dug up the data about these players. Didn't get a proper look yet. I just read it out for you. Hi, Bob. I looked into this sheriff guy. Suspicious stuff. He seems he's using some kind of cheat. A speed boost or timer manipulator. The sheriff's account is registered to a man called Mr. Lebsky, and Leanne's real name is Nanette Doucette. Now listen to this. That guy is a manager in her organisation, the Nanette Foundation. Fucking hell. I checked their in-game profiles, and there's not a single interaction between them, as if they didn't know they both play. Curious, huh? My guy from Hacks gained access to the V-Press cloud and found a record featuring Mr. Lebsky and Nanette. Transcript enclosed, you owe me. Transcript enclosed, you owe me big time. I owe him, that is, not you. Anyway, I have to go back to the meeting. Is this any good? Ask about the Outlaw. Okay, but what about the Outlaw? Right, I forgot. It's a new anonymous account. If they're not registered within the first week, they get automatically deleted. Cheers, Bob, you're a legend. Now, Bob, I do owe you. I'm sure this information will help me. Take care. I'm glad I could return the favour. Take care and good luck. Awesome. Right, now one thing I've just noticed with that is I completed that guy's side quest and he helped me in a later case, which I did not expect to happen. I wonder if I'd have helped that Orange County guy down there, the other one that I failed the quest for, couldn't he help me later on? Right, anyways, let's get to this guild. What do we need to do? Do the job for Leanne. Support the Orange Folk. Well, I actually have supported the Orange Folk. Let's quickly go down and tell them that I gave them some presents, didn't I? It was this guy here. And then we'll get into the guild. I took the boxes to Betty. Awesome, thank you. The farmer went back to work. Excuse me? Oi! Give me the fucking info. Is that all? Yeah, thanks. We'll be fine now, unless someone gets disconnected again. What about the reward? Am I going to get a reward for the help? Sure, what do you want? A medal carved from a potato? You helped us and we're grateful, thank you. You fucking cocksucker. Hey, you're not getting away that easy. Listen, I didn't really have to help you, but I did anyway. I'll try to help all Orange folk, even those who don't expect me to. Any information could help. True, not all of us wanted a game deck snooping around here. Not everyone chipped in, like me for example. It's harder for us since one of the girls sort of abandoned us. Ran away, said it was her dream to see some other locations in the game. I don't know, maybe she did it just to spite us. Go now please, I don't want any trouble. Somebody ran away. I can't do anything with that guy. Let's see if we can ask him about Mad Dog. Howdy GameDEC, so I've heard that the sheriff asked you for your assistance in catching an outlaw, and you declined. That wasn't very nice. How did you fucking know this? I know you're trying to solve some kind of problem for my people, but you're interfering with their work. I'm sure they understand, which means you're just wasting your time hanging around here. Good day. Yeah, this guy's not interested in me at all. Like, he is. He blatantly called the sheriff on me. I think they're in it together. Cocksuckers. Examine the digital anomaly. Was that just what I saw up there? Fuck, I kind of missed it. The digital anomaly. Guild house. It is the guild house. I'm nice to other players. I'll be accepted at Ed's guild. Can I get in here now? I can. I'm in. Leanne was absorbed in a book. At least she seemed to be. The woman slowly looked up at me. Oh, it's you. Extort coins from her. Right. I'm going to extort some coins, fuck it. Even though I don't need them. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I want her trust. What do you know about the Outlaw? Have you heard anything about a player called the Outlaw? That girl upstairs? I don't know her. I think she's new. She's strange. She just sits there and reads books. Right, let's leave that for now. Right. Stay away. What? What's the issue? Upon seeing me, the girl tossed her book away and made a few hesitant steps towards the exit. She was frightened. Stay away, get lost. Alright, let's respect her wishes. The Outlaw, don't come any closer. I stopped. I didn't want to exacerbate the situation. She gave me an appraising look. Are you working with the sheriff? For the sheriff. I am not. No, I'm working for this man. I'm not working for this man. The girl's face relaxed. That's good, but I'm still not talking to you. Let's build her trust. I want to help. Trust me, I'm here to help you. No, I don't believe you. She does though, because I kind of got her trust there. Convince her to talk. Give me a chance. I bear you no ill will. Let's just talk for a spell and you'll see for yourself. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. I convinced her to listen to me. Now I had to get her to trust me. Convince her by being open. Listen, you know that you're no match for the sheriff alone, right? The girl nodded in agreement. Express concern for her health. I can see that you're confused and you're far from being in peak health. Sitting here doing nothing will only make things worse for you. I think you're right. Nice, we've got to trust. The girl lowered her head. The girl looked at me like a dog that used to be beaten, but decided to trust their new owner anyway. Offer the Outlaw the ticket. Ask about the sheriff. First off, tell me about yourself, because that might make her a bit touchy. Can you tell me something about yourself? Not much to tell, although I did recently give my supervisors the slip. Shit. Oh shit! She's the girl that ran away. Okay, this is good shit. Not much to tell, although I did recently give my supervisors the slip. I'm just sorry I didn't get to see that asshole Axe face. My dream is to visit all in-game locations. Here's a snag. I can't leave without a ticket for the Midnight Express. It arrives this evening. So that seems I've got the ticket. Ask about the sheriff. Tell me, what do you know about the sheriff? He's a cunt for one. He has a pair of goons too. Ack usually watches us at the farm, and Mad Dog usually watching the sheriff's ass. Okay. Okay, right. I don't know if I want to offer her the ticket. Okay, so we've got 3 suspects. The sheriff, Leanne, and Outlaw. We need to find more information about these people. Right, let's leave her for now. until I know what's really going on. Who could we speak to? Oh, this guy came back to life, didn't he? The Gravedigger. Howdy, stranger. I'm Hank, and I have the honour of being the Gravedigger in this sunny establishment. And I don't sell coffins, so don't ask. I'm new here. Mind if we talk? Oh lord, if you have questions about the game, talk to Handy Joe. What's the role of the Gravedigger? You're a Gravedigger, not a farmer. How did you get the role in the game? My farm's frozen right now. I need to work a town profession for a year to unlock the town resident achievement. The Gravedigger's gig helped me be available. The work is peaceful but basically world building, and nobody dies since they removed PvP. When it gets boring, I pop into Relium to buy baby stuff. I can even sleep in game, but my folks grumble about it. Runny nose, you know. Let's inquire. This town resident achievement takes some dedication. You have to be in harvest time for that long? For a year? If I'm not in game, players can report my absence, and the scripts check and decide if I can continue in this role. Last month my activity dropped a little because of the divorce. I was moving in with my folks. I got reported and lost the role. Sheriff Billy vouched for me. He's the reason I kept my progress. He's one great man, believe me. Express doubts. I've heard so many kind words spoken about the gentleman in town. It makes me suspicious. It's intuition, you see. A feeling that behind the facade there's a monster. That's a lot of good citizens. It's hard to believe they could simply be decent. Folks are always looking for the ulterior motives. It's sad. I felt the strange presence that had haunted me before. I knew I had to investigate it. There were two tools I could use. Into a mirror could pierce through the cloak, while Pain Ping launched a painful jamming impulse. I'm going to cause this thing pain. I opened my deck, chose the direction I believed the anomaly to be in, and sent the Pain Ping impulse. Nice, we've got it. I heard someone let out a pain-induced hiss for a moment and saw a human silhouette. After a while the shape disappeared. I knew that if I caught this ghost, I'd be able to examine it more closely, maybe even talk to it. Sorry Hank, I saw something. You look like you've seen a ghost, ha? Who are you in Relium? I work for Electrobank. I mean, I'm living with my parents now. I'm on their old couch as we speak. I'm pregnant, so I'm on leave. Also, it's a female. Congratulations on the pregnancy, Hank. I didn't realise you had a uterus. Well, I am a man and I don't have a uterus. I mean, Cynthia, my beloved, doesn't consider me manly enough, which is why we got a divorce. What? I gave her the apartment and she transferred the pregnancy to me. What the fuck? What do you mean your wife transferred the pregnancy to you? Man, dinosaurs walk among us. I'm not organically pregnant. My boy is in an exutor, an external uterus, at the White Cloud Clinic. That's fucked up, mate. That is fucked up. He feels my actual movements, hears me like he would in a real uterus. He can sense light if I'm in the sun. It's recently got an upgrade. Now my little bud can feel virtual movements in sensory worlds. He sees light, hears sound, all of it. I'm lounging in harvest time, enjoying nature and fresh air. It's good for the baby. Tell me about the residents. Can you tell me something about the residents of High Rock? No one dies, so I rarely get to speak to them. Besides, I don't like gossip. I prefer to look at the sky. Insist. Tell me more. Just a minute ago, my old friend was pestering me for some stuff and got nothing. I haven't seen her in-game for months. Now she shows up as Leanne. Ah, I think it was Leanne. And just starts convincing me to, oh, never mind. Tell you what do I need? I need more of this. I also need more of this. I'm going to get him to finish. We've just met, so I'll explain something to you. Nothing upsets me more than a guy who leaves a story hanging get me. He puts his hands on his belly in a defensive gesture. Alright, I'll tell you. It's no secret, geez. She was looking for whales. One with real money. She wanted to find someone to bankroll her business in Relium. Ho 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 ho! She was asking about cheap bank loans. but I'm not Electrobank staff in here. I'm a gravedigger, and I won't talk about work. I'm on leave. To be honest, she looked desperate. Oh, Leanne. You sly dog. Right, we need to catch out this thing. I felt a sudden strong gust of wind. There was the occasional mild breeze in this game, but nothing like this. I was either hallucinating or just seeing a falling dust arrange itself into the outline of a human being. Just as I expected, my invisible stalker reappeared. I had 2 more apps I could use to examine this activity, but both were illegal. But I don't give a fuck, let's get it. I could trace the player by performing either a safety scan or by putting on GameDEC goggles. The scan was more reliable, but I risked drawing admin attention. The goggles were safer, but their range was limited to my field of view. I'm going to put the goggles on. Catching the ghost. Use the programs that inform you about the ghost localization to catch it and force it into a duel. Follow the arrow. The goggles pointed me towards the ghost, but I only had a short while to find it. I needed to hurry. I was determined to catch the ghost, so I hurried in the direction suggested by the app. Get away. Oh shit, we got it. I had the enemy in the bag. I just had to restrain them. The freeze app I had in my deck was the best tool for the task. Restrain it. I opened a window and chose freeze, but my attack was ineffective. The enemy had some sort of security program. There was something familiar about the software. It took me a moment, but I finally recognized it. They were GameDEC apps. A duel with 2 L's. To gain advantage in a duel, choose attacks your opponent has not seen before and defenses that fit your opponent's attacks. Okay. Kind of reminds me of what's the game called? The pirate game that's a point and click adventure game. It's so famous. The LeChuck's in it. Fuck knows what it's called, but it's the little verbal duels you have in that. Okay. I was up for a duel. My enemy didn't wait for an invitation and quickly launched his first attack. The enemy attacked me with web. It was a massive thing, one I wasn't prepared for. It hit me with full power and gave the opponent the lead. Enter the fight. It seemed my enemy had access to a standard collection of apps, but so did I. I opened a window with offensive and defensive programs. Apps had different speeds and methods of operation. Successful attacks gave you an advantage, while a good defense helped you keep it. Attack. I had to choose an app. Right, let's cheat. Use the BFG plus cheat. Though Joke has named this cheat Big Fucking Gun Plus, it wasn't an actual gun but a deadly burst of packets. It worked similarly to Halberd. Enemy didn't stand a chance. It was a brutal hit. Still, I knew they wouldn't fall for it again. I was sure my opponent had already chosen an application. Enemy hit me with bow. Focused and swift. Repulsion to match it. I used repulsion. It's a quick type of defense that deflects enemy packets. It was a perfect defense. I wasn't affected at all. Right, let's attack again. Let's use personalized ads. I had access to tools that could bury my enemy under a pile of personalized ads. Shouldn't mess with infotainers. It definitely made a mess of my opponent's screen, which was the point. My opponent was preparing another attack. Enemy hit me with web. Shit, I don't know what web is. He said it was huge, didn't he? I think web's gonna be dispersed, isn't it? Fuck, I don't know. It didn't give me the information. Smoke screen. It was the perfect defense. I wasn't affected at all. Fucking get in. Right. Let's use monster. I always imagined this attack like a pack of little aggressive monsters. In reality, it spammed the target with annoying notifications. They used repulsion, fast, but the wrong method. I hit the enemy with half of the attack's standard effectiveness and gained the advantage. The advantage I gained was minimal, it wasn't worth it. I sensed my enemy grinning in anticipation for the next attack. Enemy attack using Godzilla. Godzilla's big. Focused and slow. 8, do you think? 8 provide heavy cover, I hoped it would protect me. My defense power was too slow, the enemy's attack was effective, so it's fast shit. Let's attack. Let's use bow. Focused and swift. I showered the enemy with a hail of arrows. They responded with repulsion, the perfect answer for the bow attack. Fuck. You didn't gain anything from it. Monster is dispersed and swift. Helmet. Perfect. Right, I want to attack again. Let's use sword. Those who live by the sword, from what I remember, this app injected server queries into the opponent's code. It was basically a virus. Enemy responded with helmet. Wrong method, but faster. I gained the advantage. Excellent. I was sure my opponent had already chosen an application. Saber. Saber, we're going to have to use... Saber's got to be... Well, it won't be... No, because we use sword. So shield's going to be the counter for that. Pirouette. Pirouette's going to like dodge a saber, isn't it? Like a parry. I hoped it would work. My defense was quick, but I chose the wrong method. Fuck. Halberd. Let's try shurikens actually. Several not so sophisticated attacks that had a chance to blind the enemy. They used helmet. Yes. They got hit. My opponent was preparing another attack. Sword slash. Fast and focused. Shield. Perfect defense. Suddenly my enemy stopped the duel. Alright GameDEC, I've seen all your tricks now, that's enough. Let's talk. Fuck, okay, we caught them. It's a girl. Reveal yourself. I want to know who I'm talking to. This silhouette is all I can reveal for now. My avatar is somewhere else. I've been following you for a while using a slightly modified Guardian Angel app. Why are you following me? Out of sheer detective curiosity, a GameDEC in a game like this, it was worth listening to some of your conversations. I know it's unethical and undignified, pardon me, it's no excuse, but you wouldn't have answered my questions if I had asked them directly. Who are you? I'm a friend. I like your profession and I'm intrigued by your investigation. That's why I've been observing you at work. I don't want to say more right now, not here. Let's show some understanding. Fine, but I don't appreciate being followed and eavesdropped on, and you still haven't answered my question. I'm a friend and I'll try to prove that to you. As for the spying, I hope I can make it up to you somehow. Okay, I get it. You don't trust me, and you need to be careful. Let's prove my good intentions and maybe I'll share some information with you. It might help you with your investigation. But I don't mean to force my solution on you too early. After all, I could be wrong, right? Finish your investigation and let's meet to discuss our findings. Preferably somewhere private, for example. In the graveyard, definitely. That's right. After you've completed the investigation and finished up your business, meet me where the tombstones grow, as a poet would say. Do you remember the way? You need to jump in the well or off the saloon roof. Right. The mysterious GameDEC vanished into thin air. A moment later, I received a text file in a private message. I scanned and opened it. Dear friend, I learned a lot about our battle today. As a thank you, please accept the enclosed files. I overheard the sheriff say something about a cheat called Speed Boost. There was also something else in the file. The Outlaw said the sheriff is actually a new skin belonging to one of the Orange Folk farmers. It's gonna be Mad Dog, isn't it? Oh no. She's a girl named Camellia. I collected this data by listening on players. You might find it useful. The message ended with a note. I'd love to speak with you about this case. Remember the graveyard. I'll wait for you there. Okay, right. Let's go back and speak to the Outlaw. This is awesome, this game, you know. Still can't do anything with her. Who's Leanne? Well, Leanne's downstairs. She's definitely a cynical, calculating businesswoman. Oh, wait there. Let's go and speak to her. I'm actually going to share my information about the sheriff. Do you have anything for me? Let's extort some coins. The woman seemed wealthy. She must have lived in the upper levels of the polis. I decided to try and get some money out of her. You're a public figure, aren't you? It would be a shame if somebody found out that you're involved in some shady virtual business. Luckily for a small fee, I can pretend I didn't see anything. I shouldn't have come back. This place is full of rats. I hope you choke on its scum. Shit, okay, fuck. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just wanted to see what it would do. Let's not. And I thought, like, we're not going to get anywhere fucking extorting her for money. Right. What the hell? That's the one. I thought the progress was a bit fucked there. That's because I loaded the wrong save. I didn't know how I managed that. What? Oh, no, it is the right. It's just that this changed. Oh, it's because it was long and that. Okay. Right. I want to tell what I've discovered about the sheriff. He works for the Foundation. He works for the Nanette Foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lebsky. He runs the Nanette Gardens, an activation program for poor kids. The woman's eyes and mouth went wide. For a good while, she seems to have trouble catching her breath. But how? I'm Nanette. I'm the head of the Foundation. I had no idea that Mr. Lebsky was the sheriff. He never said a word. Tell me about Mr. Lebsky. I've never seen him in person. We met in the game. He offered to help me with Nanette's garden and we struck a deal through Viper. The program was a burden on our budget. Mr. Lebsky came up with his idea to auction items from loot boxes that spawn when you grow pumpkins. I actually can't say a bad word about him. He made the gardens self-sufficient. The kids from the program have a decent equipment, supplements, supervisors, although I have to say, I'm not sure about anything anymore. So he said he could benefit your organisation. He's using the fucking kids to generate money. You fucking scumbag. Thank you for your help. Do you have any other questions? If not, I'll be going back to the Foundation. What about the orange folk? Nothing except the fact that they work on public farms and everyone thinks they're weirdos. But how is that connected to the case? Oh, now I understand. Mr. Lebsky is the sheriff, then these people might be my kids from Nanette's Gardens. Oh my god. Thank you for your help. What do you do in the game? Nothing wrong. I'm looking for a sponsor that could support my foundation. I need money, you see. I'm running a children's cancer hospital. And the sheriff, well, he seemed rich. That's why he caught my attention. Thank you for your help. I have to go back to the Foundation now. Goodbye. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. The software side of my employer's helmets increase the speed of virtual time in the wearer's immediate surroundings. That makes their users able to harvest many times faster, increasing their chance of gaining loot boxes. Yeah, we just learned that. We've got everything on Nanette. Doesn't know about the accidents. She's from Low City, but she reached a high profile. She's unemployed. She's amassing funds to buy Beelbeck for Paloma. She doesn't act quickly. Her daughter has no real chance of survival. She's looking for a sponsor that would support a foundation for children. Naya trusts that the Foundation will be able to provide her with enough funds to pay for... I think this is the right answer. As much as I do think she's a calculating businesswoman, I think she shit herself when she found out about the guy possibly abusing the Foundation. I'm going to go with this, I think, but not yet. We've got other things to investigate. We're missing a couple of things on the Outlaw. The sheriff's reputation is impeccable. The Orange Folks supervisor and Mad Dog are the sheriff's most trusted men. I could go and have a word with them. The sheriff's using a speed boost cheat. Oh, he is a cheater. Yeah. And what's the last one? Who is the Outlaw? I think she's a victim. Person that hides in a game instead of logging out and disappearing in Relium can't be guilty of anything. Yeah. That's what I think. Okay, one last thing. Let's go and see these people down here. I'm going to have another word with this guy. Or maybe this guy can shed some light? No. I've already got a ticket. If I could solve this guy, I can't actually do it anymore. Can't speak to him either. Okay, we're going to make our deductions. We can't do anything else. Right, so I'm actually going to... I want to give the ticket to the Outlaw. See if she sheds any more light on the situation. And then we'll make our deduction. But I'm pretty confident I've got it right. Give the ticket. I can get you a ticket for Midnight Express. What do you think of that? Oh, I haven't got it yet. I didn't fucking realise that. What do I think? That's all I've ever dreamed of. Do it, please. Okay. Well, at least we know where to get a ticket from. I thought I already had it because it said give ticket. We've got plenty of money as well. Buy a ticket. Do you still have the ticket you dug out in front of me? I'd like to buy it from you. Oh, listen. I know you came here to help us, but I can't sell you this ticket. I'm sorry. You fucking shithead. Right, let's wait until he gets another ticket. Can he ever get another one? Nah. Can't get it. Bullshit. Okay, right, so that's a fucking bust. Right, let's make our deductions. The Outlaw. New character created. Defied her supervisors. That's right. Doing the same shady business with a player of such horrible reputation that they were banned in harvest time. Hmm. I'm not so sure, you know. I don't think she's a cheater. I suspect the outlaw is responsible for the problems of the orange folk. That's why she's hiding, and that's why the sheriff is after her. I don't think so. I think the sheriff's after her because she ran away. Yeah, she's a real victim, a person that hides in the game instead of logging out and disappearing in Realium. Fuck me, this is so hard. Right, well I know who Leanne is. A mother doing whatever it takes for a child. The sheriff is a cheater. We know this. And the outlaw is... there's nothing to say she's a naive optimist with a view to change the world. She's a victim. That's what I think anyway. Okay. Who's responsible for the orange folks' issue? Now let's wait. We've got to deduct this. So what we can do is... Can't believe this cunt wouldn't give us a ticket, you prick. I want to speak to the outlaw. See what she says. Although it keeps saying I can like speak to the outlaw. Give the outlaw a ticket for the Midnight Express. Don't actually... Oh, maybe... Maybe... This woman on the black market knows where I can get one. Ah. Fuck. I also have a Midnight Express ticket for friends and regulars only 20,000. Thanks, but I can't afford it. Jesus. 20,000. Fuck, I wish I'd asked Bob for money. I can't contact Bob's app. I bet you he could have gave me money. Okay, so that's going to be a bust. Okay, what we'll do is we'll call an episode there, lads. When we come back, we'll go to the graveyard and see what this other game deck has got to say for themselves, and we'll progress the quest. We'll hopefully get some more answers. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.